GTNH, where every day we either experience fantastical new adventures or clock into a 9 to 5. We clock into the 9 to 5 today. But actually lies. It's both. Yep, that's right. Today I could be wrong, but the higher ups have told me that yes, he has done it. I started progressing through the pack today. I know. It's a beautiful day, but the only reason I could have actually progressed is because I grinded. And of course, we didn't just get there in a clean, progressive way. Of course, it was chaos and misery. The two things that I'm good at. What if I was clinically insane? Dingly dong, schlingity dong. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room. Shlabam, Shlabania, Shlava. Don't worry about that sound I added. Don't worry about this, by the way. This is not... Yeah, look at that. Cool mod, cool guy. Cool mod, cool guy. Look at that. Green. Everything's green. Don't we just love the color green? Yep. So, on day 1, I hoped I could do a bit of that grinding I mentioned. But, of course, the insanity has to be a core part of it. My current session is just a grind. That's all I'm gonna do right now. And there we go. We've got a goal. After a little bit of GTNH trolling me, crashing, me going insane as per usual. What the heck? I finally got into the game, and last episode I ended on upgrading a lot of stuff around the base. 6 BBFs, 8 coke ovens, and I finally decided that maybe I should stop progressing through the pack. I can just focus on progressing the questline. So now, our long-term goal is to get to the nether, which is going to unlock making electrical components, so we can finally get to the age of electricity. But before that, a lot of the things we need to progress through need a lot of resources, and starting to grind them is exactly what we didn't start doing. With half of what I had of my consciousness, I started looking into a better Illumite recipe. I also want to look into this real quick. Just real quick, I won't do anything crazy. So that I could maybe upgrade my hammer. I wasn't sure yet. So, you know, I started getting aluminum dust by macerating the ore berries for the Illumite. But because I immediately got sidetracked into, I don't know, making another backpack, having steam issues from macerating the ore berries and acting like everything is fine, just ignore everything, maintaining the base, farming to make food for approximately 2 business days and being stupid of course, making the food, I didn't end up doing anything with the ore berries that I was macerating. I forgot. After a little more chaos, finding old forgotten wrought iron in my chests. Alright, of course there's stuff in there. And stocking the BBF and stuff, I thought of actually doing something useful. Until we get to the grinding. You know, I could just place item pipes at least for the extract, yeah. I automated taking out the coke out of the coke ovens with item pipes. So now, hopefully, that's one less thing I have to think about. And we all know I need that. Alright. To make sure I had a lot of space for the grind, I made one more backpack. And thankfully, this time that's actually the only thing that I did. And I never thought I would ever say this for grinding, but we finally get to the grinding. Yeah, that says a lot. Okay, rectangle. I made a rectangle. I made the head-headed jump a lot more difficult now. Now we gotta do an extra little hop, and then we gotta do a hop. Oh my god, dude, imagine failing that. You have to do that every single time. There's nothing else we can do about it. I went back home, doubled all my ores, maintained the base a little bit, and I wasn't done grinding yet. So now I wanted to go grind some iron, and started immediately getting harassed. You know, I don't respect you, bro. I'm just saying. You're making that sound? Explodey slimes now? Really? Come on, man. Oh my god. Holy shit, that's a lot of... Wait, those guys are really worth killing. But I guess sometimes stupidity actually leads to genius. What are we like? Absolutely nothing. As per usual. Always feels like you're doing a lot more than you actually are. Love it. After an arduous amount of grinding, I was finally done. And I also got an extra tool modifier. Bro, I can't, that's impossible. Now we clock into the usual 9 to 5 stuff, you know, doubling the ores. Don't worry about me in the background. And I remember to actually use that modifier we just got. Alright, let's put some redstone on this, I guess. So I upgraded my hammer, and I went from a mining speed of 5.2 to a nice 8, which is, let me put my nerd goggles on, a 50% increase. So my time is going to be wasted less. And since our whole base literally runs on coal, I needed to go grind coal next. Everything needs coal. The BBF, the steam boilers, and eventually down the questline, we're gonna need a lot of coal there too. And so we started mining. Like surely for this, because there's so much coal, we should be like insane by the end of this. Insane by the end of this, right? That's what I said. That was such a fucking shit joke. Anyways, I finished mining, and I wanted to see how much I had gathered again. Now, the moment of truth again. How much? Wait, I need to make like a thing for this. I mined for 10 minutes and felt like I should have a whole inventory of materials, but how much did I end up getting? Let's find out. Okay, that's promising. Okay, that's promising. Okay, we are coal. We're just straight up coal. Do like an edit with my like face as coal or something? Like I look like coal because I said I'm like coal, and then like you know like that meme where it's like I'm gonna become Switzerland and then you become Switzerland, do the same thing like coal. Yep, I'm insane. If you came to watch a simple GTNH playthrough, you are at the wrong place. Anyways, I started going back home. Don't mind me in the background. We put our coal to process. Again, you're not listening to me. Ignore me in the background. And next, crazy. God crazy. Damn it. Okay, never mind. Here. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Crazy? That was crazy once. I actually am insane. Holy shit, that's cool. Alright, so now I wanted to grind some lapis. Lapis has calcite. Calcite is important for so far the BBF. And yes, I know we have 6 at the moment, but we always need more. And also, focusing on 8 is also just a nicer number than 6. So we better get to grinding. And also saying extremely questionable things. Hello. Goodbye. It always feels fun delivering pain and suffering to other people. To mobs in game. Stop scaring me, man. What's your problem? Oh, that's the game design? Oh, my bad then. I have so much shit that we don't necessarily need, but at the same time, we're probably gonna need at some point, so it's kind of like beneficial, but at the same time, it's... Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Don't mind me. I just want to kill you. Don't mind me. I just want to murder you. Alright, now that the FBI is 100% surveilling me and I was done mining, of course, for some reason, I wanted to get the most scuffed before and after shot of the mine. But let's get a before and after. What if I get every single shot possible to get a nice before and after image? Surely I was here. Oh. Or like I came. Oh. Like, oh. Somewhere here. Yep. Oh. Good luck editing that. What the hell is wrong with me? How to make your own life misery. Be a YouTuber. I started going back home, did the huge, including the insanity. Hello, buddy. Holy shit, that's a lot of coal right there. Holy pollution, dude. Dude, I'm actually coughing from all the smoke. Like actual real, not lying. And the next thing on my bucket list was getting more gypsum, and continuing being insane. Gypsumi. Gypsumi, don't sue me. Gypsumi, but don't sue me. We want gypsum because it's the other ingredient for the BBF. And even though I had a gypsum vein, I for some reason started searching for another one. I literally have no clue why. Not even me in the recording. You know what, why the fuck am I searching for gypsum, bro? Let's just go to the gypsum vein and mine. Now I started mining and debating trying to be a bit less insane from now on. I just hit 2 hours, 22 minutes and 22 seconds. Holy fuck. I lied. Holy fuck. That's so cool. It isn't. I'm just crazy. I'm just fucking crazy, man. When am I gonna level up? Literally in a second. I can't wait for that narrator to be like, it was not in fact a second. It was not in fact a second. Do that, narrator. You should totally do that. I did. Narrator, I did. Which is me. Okay, I did. Anyways, I mined. Hey, it was that second that I said. It's been a second since I said this. Yeah, totally. After taking only a second leveling up my hammer, I kept on mining for a little bit, and then started struggling trying to find the exit. Wait, also, where's the exit? What the fuck? I guess there's a common theme of problems with the exit so far. I once again started debating being a bit less insane again. You know I'm lying. Let's put all the importante, jalapante, sadante. Sí. Mucho gracias, habibi. That is not Spanish. That's Spanish, bro. Spanglish. Sponglo. Well, this is what we've mined so far. Fuck, I have to include that if I want to show how much I've done. This is what I've... Oh, right. The before and after. I came here... No. Nope. I'm not doing that again. I am my own person. I do not have to listen to my past self. Okay, I already made it. Okay, now, finally, I was ready to go. Let's just get the fork out of here. But GTNH had different plans for me. Holy shit, what the fuck? We good? Nope. GTNH wanted to keep us captive for a little bit. But eventually, I managed to get my freedom. Jesus Christ. Finally, freedom. Dude, what the hell are you even dropping? It's dropping a chopper. It dropped a chopper. As per usual, started going back home, and as per usual, we act completely normally. I fulfilled my contractual obligation. Delirious. And as per usual, we stored everything. Flam, or dingly dong, or slingity. And as per usual, doubled our O's. We are actually gaming though. Like we have like a 6 gaming per seconds. Florp tails. Dude, that should be like a name for something. I don't know what, but like it should just be a name for something. Florp tails. Oh, that would hit so hard. Next, I wanted to also grind some redstone. The next thing to grind is... It's not the most necessary thing. We don't really need to ensure we have a lot of it, but it's a quality of life. What the fuck is salt? Why the fuck would I ever give a shit about you? I don't care about you, man. Fucking love with it. The stone that is red. So, after dissing salt and still slightly going insane, I maintained a lot of the stuff around the base, compressed cold coke into blocks, stored a bunch of the processed materials. Holy crap. I'm gonna need the fucking holy shit. In gaming. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop being delirious for a second. Get them a little bit of coal. Let's get them. Maintain the BBF, the coke ovens, the steam boiler, Slovenia. And then we went to grind some redstone. Let's keep on gaming. Let's go to the whetstone. The whetstone. After mining for a little bit, okay, there we go. I went home, and you know the drill, but this time, as I was doubling the ores, the redstone veins have cinnabar, and since you can both macerate it for cinnabar dust, but also smelt it for quicksilver, I just kept it for the future, when I understand what quicksilver even is. When I need it, I make it. Simple. The same for ruby, since you can either hammer it into a ruby gem, or macerate it for ruby dust. Anyways, I wanted to centralize all my resources on one side of the drawers real quick. And now, amidst all the micromanaging and voiding creosote and all that, I started looking into the steam oven again. But holy crap, I did not learn a single thing from last time. I immediately started off saying, but this is not expensive, is it? And as I was making the ingredients, I said, I was saying that it was cheap, but it's really not. Which is almost exactly what happened last episode. That's a stack, holy shit, that's quite expensive. Holy crap. I am stupid. Anyways, ignoring that, we made the steam oven. Yippee! And there we go, steam oven. It's basically just 9 furnaces. Every 13 seconds, give or take, since this is me counting. 1, 2. It smelts 9 items, and uses 8,000 steam, so around 600 steam per second, which is literally nothing. That's really good, actually. Anyways, I messily organized this steam oven a little bit. It's kind of messy right now, but GTNH gave me a slight heart attack. Oh, it did the same thing as last time. Hopefully nothing's deleted. That would be cool if it wasn't. And now I was wrapping up day 1 and planned to make the macerator multi-block next time. The next thing to do is just the macerator. But, spoiler alert, that's a complete and utter lie. I never made it. That's gonna be my next goal. Right now, I'm gonna call it. I'm done. 3 hours of just grind effectively. Holy shit. Okay, I'm good. I guess, bye. And so that was day 1. The next day, thankfully, I wasn't clinically insane. I was surprisingly still focused on our current goals. So, I immediately wanted to get straight into grinding. Oh, yeah, well, I wasn't clinically insane, but I was still stupid. That will never change. So, after remembering to get all the necessary things to start mining, I don't start mining, because now I wanted to make more backpacks. So, I started making grain bait, so I can top up those old forgotten animal traps that would eventually give us leather for the backpack, even though I had cows for leather. But, of course, as I was going, the farm was looking so sadly unharvested. So, of course, real quick, I did that too. Anyways, after stocking up the traps and a bit of time had passed, I made the backpacks and went back to mining. So, you know how it is. Doubling, smelting, melting, welding, shelting, belting. It was a grindy day, and I was locked in. I did not speak at all.
Hey, no more. That shit in his pocket, so
I just basically got everything I knew and thought was useful. I got myself a lot of gold. I don't even know if gold was even useful since I don't know the pack inside and out, but still, who knows, I might need it. Got even more coal, iron. I was actually surprisingly preparative when I got iron. Before I went mining, I thought. Yeah, I thought, wait, if I mine, I get experience. If I get experience, that levels up my hammer. If I level up my hammer, that means I have a modifier. And if I have a modifier while mining, I can also upgrade it. So I got redstone before going to mine, and actually upgraded my hammer right then and there while mining. That's kind of a big deal. You know, like, thinking before doing? That's pretty crazy for me. Also got surprised by my arch nemesis, blocks. Well, disguised blocks. And of course, the exit to the mine, not very exity. And classic, remembering last second to get it before and after. Anyways, made sure I was good on wood, and finally chopped that big block of slime trees. Also proactively made a lot of the wood into wood planks, and a lot of the planks into chests. Chests are surprisingly very often needed. Started making a bunch of sand, because that's actually a pretty important one as well, since glass and all that. Flint, stone, I mean stone for mostly decorative purposes. Wood dust, which you can make wood plates, probably useful for something. I upgraded a bunch of my machines to the better Steam version of them. The macerators, the forge hammer, also made one more work table, slightly improved my piping, put big steel pipe before two small bronze pipe, big steam. And don't you even forget that amidst all this, of course there has to be a lot of maintenance. You know, the classics. Stock the steam boiler, stock the blast furnace, stock the coke ovens, double our ores, smelt the ores. You get the drill. And then I took a break.
I've really been enjoying GTNH recently, because you think I'm playing very comedically timed clips and acting like everything's
That guy's funny. Alright, where are we dropping, boys? On the right, on the right! No, the other right! Ah, nice try, guys. You know, probably. And then I came right back to do even more grinding. And pretty much did the exact same thing. I prepped even more resources, some pretty basic, some a bit more closer to our actual goal, and also did a fair amount of interesting little progressions. None that are gonna get us to the nether immediately, but will make life a lot easier when we need to do that. So after a small amount of random little grindages, like getting a bunch of clay to make into clay dust, processing some of the gypsum we mined, macerating a bunch of grains into flour to prep for needing food, I started prepping a bunch of glass dust with all that sand and flint that I made. I started making most of it into glass blocks in the smeltery, and crazy update, I finally finished the unfinished platform. Now that is character progression. While making the glass, I realized that if I really want to make sure grinding a lot of glass is not going to take up half my day, I needed to improve the smeltery. So I set on a little goal to focus on doing just that. And so usually you can use grout for seared bricks to expand the smeltery. But actually there's another way. If you put cobblestone in the smeltery, you get seared stone, which is an uglier version of seared bricks. Can't do anything about that, but you can expand the smeltery with them. So if you don't want to waste your resources, you use the cobblestone method. And that's what I did. Well, slightly unconventionally. I still did it with that method, but I thought compressing the cobblestone into large cobblestone plates would be more efficient. So I started up using all my cobble to make the plates. So I had to get rid of all that glass in the smeltery in order to focus on expanding the smeltery first, and bit by bit I was expanding the smeltery, until I realized the cobblestone large plates were actually a mistake. One large plate is 8 cobblestone, but you smelt it and you get 4 cobblestone worth, so you waste half. So I ended up just using cobblestone instead. And if I wanted to not just expand the size of the smeltery, but add more basins and tables, this time for those, I had to make seared bricks. So in the meantime, I also started making some grout. And I learned that you can put it in the alloy smelter to get the seared bricks. But I'm pretty sure this was a stupid way to do this, considering it takes 20 seconds for 1 seared brick, and doing it by crafting, which is instantaneous but manual, and then just smelting it in our newly made steam oven for 13 seconds for 8 bricks. I can safely say that's a classical stupid mistake. Oh right, I also had Steam issues doing it this way. So not only was it slow, it was expensive to do, and I didn't have enough Steam to manage it. Cool. After expanding the smeltery a fair amount and having enough seared stone, I started remaking the smeltery in a better shape, because you don't have to have it the shape I had it, that's a sentence. You can actually make it into other shapes that are more efficient. So I did that. Placed all the basins with hoppers under them, and put that bad boy to keep making us more seared stone, so we can expand even more this time, and hopefully with the size being bigger, a bit faster. Now after a while, when I I got a good amount of seared stone again, I said if we're gonna use the ugly blocks to make the smeltery, I might as well get rid of the good looking blocks and keep the ugly looking blocks only. Kinda like making sure you don't bring your good looking friend to a date, completely taking over your spotlight, ending up going home and crying yourself to sleep, and waking up realizing you have no chance of being attractive, and just shut the world out and instead play GTNH. That's a bit. That's not real. I swear. Anyways, put a bunch of casting tables as well, and then had a weird little encounter. What? What is that? What the hell are you? I have no clue what this thing was, and whether it was even peaceful, but I just let it hang about with me, and we both kept on going about our days. When I was done and satisfied with the smeltery, I was still just prepping a lot more resources, and at some point the steam boiler was actually making too much steam, at least for the pipes. The machine still needed plenty of steam, and since steel pipes are quite expensive, and I'm not swimming in steel, I ended up doing a kind of cursed solution. I made another line of bronze pipes from the steam boiler to the iron tank and just put one singular steel pipe at the end of them. Two small pipes into one big pipe. But the boiler ended up still making too much steam even for two lines of bronze pipes. But I didn't want to do even more lines of pipes, so I just settled to live with it until I can make better pipes. Remember when I said that 8 BBFs is a nicer number than 6 BBFs? I made 2 more BBFs, and I started replacing all of my BBFs in that better orientation that I was talking about last time. But that better orientation that I placed them in, I took a good look at and realized I hated. It was way too cramped. So I replaced them in a better orientation. I basically moved them one block to the side. And there we go. All was well. I finally placed them in the best orientation they could have been. Except I looked at them once again and realized that this isn't the best way to actually even place them. I didn't need to separate them into 4s. They could have all been sharing their walls. But you know what? I'll just live with it. Now, 8 BBFs is of course better than 6, and as always increasing production in general is important, but they might have just a little bit polluted the entire area to the point where yeah, I mean, it's only weakness, slowness, poison, mining fatigue, nausea, blindness. It's just a little bit of smoke inhalation. I mean, people smoke cigarettes. Can't be that bad. But it would make life easier if that didn't happen, so I immediately started looking into pollution control, and I found that just after I managed to get to the nether, I would be able to basically unlock a hazmat suit. That would solve that issue. Yeah, it's so bad that I need a hazmat suit. Now, for the rest of the day, I kept on prepping even more materials. I kinda went crazy with the amount of redstone I cleaned, started prepping for red alloy, of course had steam machine, prepped a lot of food stuff, pistons of course, a lot of different metal plates, rods. I was basically just looking at the quest line, seeing what it wanted me to make, and made sure I had all the ingredients ready. For example, starting off, it wanted me to make circuit boards. They needed a lot of slime balls, of which thankfully I had a block of slime trees to get slime blocks from, but I needed to make them into slime balls. So I plopped down some upgraded extractors and started ensuring as long as they would take to extract them to have lots of them. Next was the vacuum tube. This thing needed me to make a lot of glass dust for its glass tubes, so I made a lot of that. And while doing that, I found out that for some reason GTNH made it so you could make glass dust a tiny bit more efficiently. Normally 1 flint dust can make 8 glass dust, but if you make it into tiny piles of flint dust, you can make 9 glass dust. So if I save 1/9 of a flint dust, I mean, I'll take it. Anyways, of course the vacuum tube needed a bunch more other little components, but I left those for another day. The resistor, which once again needed more slime balls, of which we thankfully had already going, and coal dust. So I made sure to smash all my coal into dust so we can tick that off too. And finally, the electric motor. The main thing this really wanted was magnetic iron rods, which thankfully wasn't too much pain. I just needed to get some redstone, plop an iron rod, slap them together, and boom. Magnetic iron rod. And all in all for day 2, I was done prepping. I finished off with just making some more drawers for my base. Wait, Oh, right. That also happened. The wood planks I prepped were now just gone. I'm not gonna react. Yeah, but it is what it is. I just made sure that I get the wood planks back, and double check this time it won't eat my planks. Place the drawers, and I was done with day 2. And day 3 was interesting to say the least. I actually did a lot this day, but before that, I think I just need to let the video play out. Beep, beep. Oh, right. I made a mod for sounds. But, I haven't fully fixed it yet. I should probably fix it real quick. Do I fix this right now? Man, this is gonna be the sidetrack of a sidetrack of a sidetrack of a sidetrack of a sidetrack. Like, immediately started recording, immediately sidetracks. Of a sidetrack. Let me just pause. Yeah, so I made a mod. I decided to play, the mod was half finished, and I decided to fix the mod at that moment. Real quick, of course. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I don't really want to show you the time, because, it's been a little bit, and I just fixed some things. Hopefully. I just want to see if everything works. Do this. It made a sound. Cool. What if I do it in bulk? I'm scared. It's gonna crash at some point. This is a bad idea. Oh, we say it's intended. Yes, that's what we do. Alright, so crafting is gonna be terrifying now. That's cool. Did make it capable of being configured through a file. Let's give this a cloth sound effect. I just opened Revolt. I just opened the... Oh, fuck. I didn't do it the best way possible. I just opened another application on my goddamn... There we go. So now it is clothy. Hey, it works. What a surprise. Okay, I made some of my own sounds that sound like doo-doo. But this is metallic. That doesn't work. Anyways. Oh yeah, pistons have a cool sound. Look at that. Anyways, okay, the game. I will now play the game and hope that this doesn't crash. I feel like it won't crash, right? I feel like it won't. I feel like I'm confident enough to say that. Hey, before you narrate anything, okay, I'm looking at you. Wait, all the way at the top, like the god you are. Okay, because you're like a narrator. You're literally controlling my whole life down here. Get to the point. You get to control what I say and what I don't say. Like right now, if I want to say something really cool, you probably just cut. Okay, let's just see what I had to say. Hey, narrator. What was I even gonna say? For this session, I want to try and be a little bit more structured than usual. So I'm gonna go in with a bit more of a solid plan. Hopefully. This could be a very funny moment when in 2 seconds everything is in chaos. What the... Alright, now that part 1 of Insanity is done, I try to do exactly what I said. You know, be structured and come up with a solid plan. And I guess I kinda did that. I decided to start focusing with all of those quests I for some reason didn't claim. We have a lot of things that we've not gotten. Mainly because most of the time I was in ADHD mode and didn't have the brain capacity to read what they even said. I've kind of almost completely lost all of my tracking. So now that I did have the brain capacity, or most of it, I went on a long journey to give every quest the time of day and read them, and then claim them. I'm gonna read all of them in case, like, I wasn't thorough the first time, or like I did it accidentally. Don't cross chunk boundaries. I don't actually think about this at all. Claim. Warning level, do not put your pets in the microwave to dry them and don't... excuse me, what the actual fuck? What's our inventory looking like? Okay, we're still good. Yeah, we're still good. Try to speed that up a little. Warring camera, go. You know what I'm saying? So the first GT type tank is still 32 buckets and can be used to IO cells. The ULV tank from GT++ needs steel plates. What the f... Okay, I usually clown on myself, but this time, just listen. If I say, this is my YouTube channel, I make GTNH videos. The Gravity.io YouTube channel makes GTNH videos. See what I mean? The second time it sounds like I'm talking about a different YouTube channel. Anyways, whatever man, GTNH. Goddamn GTNH. This is a choice. 1.18 and Thormic. Wonder what Thormic does. I got stuck for way too long trying to figure out which option to choose. And as I was about to research what Thormium does, turns out my inventory wasn't as fine as I thought it was. I don't know. I'm not gonna accept that. I wanna see... Whoa. Oh my god, I'm full. Have I been deleting things? I really hope I was not deleting things. That's cool. I love that. Thormic. Is there a way to like find out what this does? Thormic sign head. I started looking into all the Tinker's construct books in hopes that I would find what a Thormium tool rod does. Apparently, to me, this was the biggest decision of my life. Oh my god, relax. There we go, we'll find it here. Right? Thormium? I never found out what it does. Well, we'll never know. So I say we just get Steam H, and we just assume that that's not that important. Bada bing, bada boom. I guess no, there's still more. Like glider wings. If for some reason you want to be able to jump down a cliff without getting the message player X fell from a high place. I mean, you can also just like quit the game and you'll never see the message. So that's one way to solve that issue. Okay, where are we done? Have we accepted every single quest known to man? Okay, well, this is everything I got from accepting every single quest that I've delayed since at least a month ago. Finally, I was done. I organized my base a little bit. What is this chest again? There's too many chests. Slowly accumulating my steel over time. 6 stacks? Not bad, 6 stacks. And my next goal was to finally get to the nether. I thought that I did more than enough preparing, and now would be the time to start working towards it. But the last sub goal before that would be to not get decimated when I get there. Right now, my armor wasn't looking too good. So right now we don't really have good armor. So it was time to look into what combat equipment I could create. And the way I did that was by looking at the questline for combat. And I didn't decide on one piece of armor it suggested. No, I wouldn't do it so simply, of course. And we might as well do everything it wants us, right? Yeah, I decided to just make all the ugly, red, unfinished quests into beautiful, dreamy, green finished quests. Literally started completing all of the quests one by one. Even if the armor it wanted me to make, I would just throw out anyways. And oh boy, when I needed leather armor, would I have to go on a little venture. The animal traps, my main source of leather, had to be moved closer to my base right now. Don't ask me why, it just had to happen. Like I said, we're definitely going to the nether this session. Yeah, definitely. Definitely not gonna keep doing random things that come to mind. No. Oh, look at this piece of candy. And of course, I needed to make grain bait for them to run, and a million other ventures. That's what we're calling this now. Holy shit. That's on purpose, I swear. Bam, slam. Don't worry about that sound I added. Don't worry about this, by the way. This is not a weird sound at all. Don't worry about it. It's a chill sound, by the way. Don't. But finally, I was done with the leather. Like, entirely. Like, that whole sidetrack didn't amount to anything but moving the animal traps and just letting them run in the background. I didn't even end up making the leather armor. Moving on! And then we need a hammer, right? Do you like this sound, by the way? I made this. You're right, it sucks. Bronze armor. Let's just waste all of our materials for just the quests. Just cool quests, man. Because they're cool. And they're quests. That's a lot though. Do I want to do that? But you get a cool golden apple that I'm never gonna use. Wait, why am I backwards? Why was I backwards just now? What the hell? Probably smelt it down to get a lot of gold. Wait, is that extract? Yeah, I found out that you could just smelt the golden apples to get gold out of them, but I didn't want to just sit there and manually extract the ingots, so I started making my life a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Is there a way I can redirect this? I guess I can make another one. And try to use the clock I already had for the basins, but make it capable of switching between the basins and the table. But we're keeping it off, so we need another torch and stuff. You know what? I don't want to complicate it right now, because I'm extremely stupid. I will just make another one, because I am extremely stupid. It's not that difficult. I broke it, so I have to rebuild. I am going to the... I am currently rebuilding a black torch and a repeater. I'm gonna stop now. Free gold. Stupid game. Such a stupid, easy game. Doesn't even realize it's giving me free gold. Hey, that's a profit though. Hey, wait a second. I just realized. That's a profit. We literally made a profit. 36 into whatever this was. I forgot. Hell yeah. Such a big oversight by the developers. What absolute idiots. Such bad developers. This is all a joke, by the way. I'm literally joking. Okay. I said I was gonna focus on progressing the questline, but at the same time, there's cool stuff here, okay? Or maybe I should reevaluate. Maybe I should actually just go to the nether. That's a good question. Thank you for asking me that. I'm a bit more tempted on making random little side quests. Yep, I wasn't lying. I kept on making all the red quests go green, all because quest completion equals dopamine. Rods. Oh my god, I have a problem. And then came the composite armor. If I wasn't insane and took the time to look at things, I would have been done in 2 seconds. But of course, I don't do that because I'm stuck. Which orientation is it? Oh no. Yeah, okay, I'm just wasting my time. When I did take the time to look at things... Oh, not steal? What the hell? Crazily enough, I could actually do things. Well, kind of. Are you done, by the way? Oh my god, you're done. Holy shit. That's a little arrow. But now, I actually finished pretty much every quest when it comes to armor. Yes, all of that chaos was for 8 different armors. Anyways, technically, we're all set with our defense. Now, it was time for me to start making every single weapon as well. Not just ones that I would use. No, you already know how it is. Long range, I don't know how much to kill with this. I don't really care, but also quests, so I kind of do care. Yeah, let's care. I choose to care. And then I'm gonna guess it's like this, or like this, or like this. Yep. Now I can make the spear, which is probably gonna be like this and like this. How would he have designed it? There's a hammer involved. I'm feeling a hammer. Dude, I should be able to guess this, dude. There's no way. How would you design this? Okay, maybe it's just like a... soft mallet. No. Oh, it's at the top. Right. It must be this now. I swear to God, it must be this. Wrench, hammer, screwdriver, file, soft mallet. I give up. Oh, come on. What chainsaw? There we go. You happy now? Dude, why did you design it that way, man? Iron spear, iron arrowhead. That's kind of a little more annoying. But I am a fiend. Put these in here. There's a bone. Oh, there, look at that. Look at that. Cool mod, cool guy. Cool mod, cool guy. Bam, 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 bam. Hello? Okay. Bam, bam. There we forking go. Cool mod, cool guy, am I right? Am I right? And then we make this like this, but we need to steal. To steal, not to steal. To steal, not to steal. To steal. Or to steal, my bad. Iron spear, baby. I thought this session I would be going down LV, but it would seem that not. Iron shields. You may be thinking, why am I doing so much random fucking stuff? And I answer with, you can play the game and have fun. That's my answer. Okay, cool. Look at that, green. Everything's green. Don't we just love the color green? And then you just go blam blam. You just place a blammer there. You just put this shildiggity dong dong in there. I should stop saying words. Your speaking privileges have been revoked. Onwards. Shard. Shard. We'll see it when it pops. 3, 2, 1. Bronze. Next, do I make all of these? A bow would be nice, yeah. Wait, what? What is all this for? What? What? What is the point of all this? What? This literally doesn't make any sense to me. What? Why do I make the tool rod? For the arrows, right? Kablam, kablam, kablam. This is very loud. This is extremely loud. And kablam. First flint throwing knife. Okay, this one I don't actually care. A bronze javelin? This is a thing you throw. Nah, I'm good. Wooden crossbow. Yeah, that sounds nice. Whoa. Whoa, our lava's getting less and less. That's so cool. We're gonna need to go on another sidetrack soon. Whoa. Okay, and then I can make the wooden crossbow. Where is it? There it is. Kablami. I want to do it in the right order. How would I do it? This, 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 this. Wait, which way is it doing it? Ew, what is this orientation? Okay, this, 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 this. No, wait, no, I want to do it in a nicer way. That. What? Look at that, so nice. Okay, now you're able to make. And then bolts. Oh my god, you scared the shit out of me. Can I look at your feet? I don't think it allows me to look at his feet because he'll still get angry. Okay, well that's a decent amount of like defense stuff. I was finally completely done with making all the gear. Oh, never mind, just one more thing. I upgraded my arrows to be made out of steel. Well, look at us, we're all cool and stuff. We're all cool. Whippy, 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 yippee. Alright, now I was completely done. So, it was time to get to the nether. Sorry, that was a bit dramatic. Let's actually progress, I think. I needed to make a flint and steel. Get 12 obsidian, 3x3 portal gang, and make this thing called a nether portal. I know not many people have heard of this before, but it's this thing made out of obsidian. You can make it in different shapes, you light it with a flint and steel, and it can take you to the nether. Yep, bet you didn't know that one. You're welcome. Anyways, after building it, I wanted to ensure we're on the same page because I was a filthy cheater. After a minimal amount of designing, if you want to call it that, here we go, this is what we got. And also, if you think about like, you know, flint and steel, fire, and like wood, and and stuff like that, false. So, we do not have fire tick. I do not want my base to burn down. Just a little thing. I don't really want to get burned down. Okay, so now, and knowing GTNH, I was entirely scared that for some reason, simply lighting up the portal would somehow explode my whole PC. You know, it might say like, hey, it blows up if you try to turn it on every now and then. And it recommended me to make an iron golem, which I actually agreed with and made one. Lastly, I made sure to not bring every single valuable I had with me in my backpack. Maybe not, you know, just a thought. What if I make another backpack? But of course, I thought that it'd be more convenient if I made another backpack to do that, but thankfully I realized that was a sidetrack. Let's get sidetracked real quick, yeah? Sounds like a plan? So I quickly just tested a cursed solution to speed the leather up. Cursed idea, doubt it works. 3%. I don't think it's working yet. Okay. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. And thankfully just moved on with the nether. And just stored my things in a chest. Revolutionary, I know. The hammer, but I don't know if I want to lose it. I won't lose it, I think. Now, please, for the love of God, just focus on the nether. Hey buddy, you go first. Okay, well, there he goes. I guess, I think I'm ready? Well, I guess it's now or never. Is it? Is it though? Is it? Maybe let's make sure that at least the hammer is safe. Okay, well, let's go see. What the? I don't think I'm dying, but everything sounds terrifying. Okay. Okay. Let's think about this. I don't know what there is to think about, but let's think about this. I can just sit back in the portal and go back. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm doing. I can't do, there's nothing else I can do. All right. There's probably like 50 things at the base now. Okay. Okay. I think we're safe. I think we're all good. What the hell is that? I spawned in a bee nest? What the hell is that? There's bee nests in the nether? And I was thinking that I was being too precautious, but that was chaos. But let's try it again. Dude, it's so laggy. What the hell is this? I'm in a honey. What is this? Thanks, buddy. I think you actually helped. This is chaos. Hive? That's a nether fortress? Right here? Oh my god, die. Whatever's doing that. Stop. Rip honey blaze of being in your face. What the hell? What? Dude, what the hell? Did the Iron Golem go through? He left me. Okay, so when I was finally kind of secure, I went back home to get the stuff I left behind, like my hammer and stuff. Ow. Why did I just take that? What? What? How did I just come down here? Why am I down here? What? Back to hell. I mean, at least in this version, the nether is literal hell. Okay, I have no clue why that happened. Just the GTNH moment. Classic. Anyways, as I was saying, there is a couple major things we need to get out of the nether. The first one is sulfur. Sulfur is going to allow us to make rubber, which we're going to need lots of to be prepped for electricity. The second thing is quartz. It's actually not as necessary for progression at the moment, but it actually unlocks a fair amount of gadgets. For example, I mentioned this last time for when I wanted to automate the smeltery, redstone components, and a lot of other things. The third thing, which is also a nice to have, is glow flowers. These flowers just let you get infinite glowstone by farming them, so yes please. And the nth thing is just all the ores it gives us access to. It has a lot of ores that we don't have back in the overworld. Now, onwards with the grind. I needed to start finding all those things, and I made sure to bring the ore finder so it can help me find ores a bit easier. But I had to become a mole for a little bit until I dug my way out into a safe place. I can't mine that yet, but I think we need to upgrade to a lumite or bismuth. Nether quartz. Okay, nice. So I can use that to find some nether quartz as well. Sulfur as well. Okay, nice. So I have a more direct option as well. Oh, ardite. Okay. Dude, I swear to God, I'm gonna accidentally drop my backpack or some shit. Ash. Okay. Oh, that's creepy. Wait a second. I don't think I've died yet. Number of deaths 0. Yeah. That's a good point to think about that, right? This is definitely a good point to actually think that I've never died. So there's like pressure now. Cool. Yeah. Beryllium. That sounds like uranium or something, and that sounds a bit concerning. What? Random angry dog? I am out of torches, but I think I found land. Wait, why am I really slow? Oh my god, not this again, dude. What is doing that? It's insane how recurring this is. Cool guy, cool mod. Okay, let's just go down, I guess. Ow. 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 Can't see you. Okay, that's the nether. What is that? That does not look friendly. Let's just keep going. Oh, we're gonna need these. Time for grinding. What? Why is it not detecting it? What? What? What the hell is that? Dude, just detect this quartz, man. Oh, there we go, finally. A little bit more grinding. What the hell is that? Just keep running. Just keep running. Ow. What? What's happening? What the hell? Yeah, let's go. Are these pretty aggressive? They seem to be scared. Nope, I'm scared. Can you fit under? He can fit under. Can you jump over? Holy crap. Scared that. Are they dangerous? I don't know if they're dangerous. Oh, it despawned. Okay. Whoa. What? I don't think he's gone. What the hell is happening? Everything is acting really weird. What? Okay, well, it seems like there's nothing there now. Okay, now that I escaped hell, I needed to make sure things are already happening in the background, like macerating and hammering the ores. And now that GTNH forced us to grind for an extensive amount of time, it now wants us to grind for an extensive amount of time. Yeah, we got the sulfur, great. Now we gotta make it into rubber, so time to get to that too. First things first, we need to extract raw rubber dust from the slime balls that I prepped from the slime blocks on day 2. And we're gonna need way more, of course, which is why I made another extractor. Then we're gonna need to make the sulfur ore into sulfur dust. So it'd be amazing if for this exact moment I had a way to automate that, you know, from sulfur ore to sulfur dust without any intervention, but it is what it is. All I gotta do right now is just put the sulfur in the macerator, wait for it to get crushed, put it in the full chamber, wait for it to get crushed, simply just wash it in a cauldron, wait for it to get crushed, and that's it. Just a little bit of extra work for me. No big deal, right? And finally, we got the raw rubber dust from the slime balls, we got the sulfur processed, just mix those two bad boys in an alloy smelter, and we got ourselves rubber ingots. Nice. We got 40 rubber, we completed the quest. Now, with the rubber, I could actually get that hazmat suit I was talking about, so I could actually go to the rest of my base without dying. To get it, the quest needed 64 rubber sheets, which meant a little bit of grinding. I had to make the molds to make the rubber sheets, and then just simply let the machines work. Oh wow, it's so fast. So I was just waiting until this happened. Wait. Well, that was a jump scare. Holy crap. That was terrifying. Holy crap. That was terrifying. Holy crap. After that jump scare, I went back to grinding. Holy crap. And also upgraded some of the pipes for the alloy smelters to steel. Holy crap. Since they were demanding quite a bit of steam. And after a while, I finally got everything I needed. Holy bam. Bam. Hell yeah. We have defense against pollution. Next was time for the big moment, not the big grind really. Getting to LV, the next tier of progression. I needed to make a steam turbine, the block that generates electricity, and it has a lot of things you need to make. Plus, we want to make sure we have even more of everything, so we can be fully prepped when we delve into LV. And I may have prepped some of the materials for the components already, but I did say I'd let a lot of the small components be a problem for another day, and today is that other day. So Unfortunately, I still need to grind. Thankfully, most of the things that I had to make were just getting something like iron and turning it into iron plates, or copper and turning it into copper wire. So it wasn't extremely laborious recipes. Now, I began the big grind, where I had to make things that I already prepped once more, like red alloy, which apparently I needed more of. A lot of red alloy plates. And also crafting. A lot. Cool mod. Cool guy. Kabam. Foil. It was simple crafts, but I needed to keep making lots and lots of different types of wires. Copper wires, tin wires, red alloy wires. Then you need to make them into cables by alloy smelting the wires with our newfound rubber, of which I struggled to make for a while because while all of this was happening, I had to maintain the base. And I might have fumbled largely because I forgot one part of the base responsible for keeping all the machines I was depending on running. I forgot to keep the steam boiler running. That would make steam for our machines. Dude, I didn't top this up. She is. So I literally had to wait until the boiler started heating up again for way too long. But after 10 minutes of not being able to progress, the steam finally started going back up, so I could finally continue and reach the bare minimum. I was finally able to at least make the wires into cables. Holy crap. After a lot of grinding and kind of fidgeting with the steam, I finally got 3 red alloy cables and 17 cables. That was just the start, by the way, because we want to craft things in bulk. Let's start with the motors. Why not? Now finally, some progression. I started making some of the important components. There we go. Finally, progression. Now, 2 resistors. Right, 2 resistors. Nice. And 2 vacuum tubes. A little involved, to say the least. We have 1 mold ball. How long does this take? Enough time that we'd want to make 3 more. So, we make 3 more. Oh god, we're out of lava as well. Time to sidetrack a little bit. And of course I can't have a goal without a sidetrack. Although this time I didn't get distracted. I actually went back to doing my original goal. Wait. That doesn't count. That was just a simple mistake. After that, I fully focused up on grinding. Wait, what the hell am I doing? Glass rod. Okay, I lied again. So, I think that's it, right? Just straight up put that in that and do the thing. Yep. And boom. Hell yeah. Now, circuit boards. Circuit board. And our first electronic circuit. Let's do the thing. Let's do it. I don't know why I said so cringely, my bad. Holy crap, inventory management is gonna be difficult. Holy corp. Holy corp. Holy corp. Then, bam. We did it. We finally... I said I was gonna get to LV today. I did it. Well, not really. I need to still do a lot more. Blam. Blam. One more tin cable. And finally, basic steam turbine. Wow. We are finally in the age of electricity. Hell yeah. Yep. You need all of that just to make a single turbine. The biggest foe here is the circuits. So it's safe to say, if I ever want to do that again, although I prepped a bunch of wires and cables, I would probably need to prep a lot of the things for the circuits directly as well. But anyways, LV, we did it. Low voltage, by the way. That's what LV is. Although I say we did it, like we just did the quest. We still need to like set up electricity, figure out what power source to use, oil, creosote, steam, still mine a lot of things in the nether, go to the twilight. There's still so much. Why don't we go ahead and just let GTNH explain what LV is from its own words, and me settling with the fact that we just got to LV. Okay, now we get like 50 gajillion quests opened up. So now we have LV. Oh my goodness. Why hello there, it seems you've made it into the electrical age. Don't be so quick to throw away your steam machines. I think I've learned that the hard way. I think the more I've been playing this, the more I've been realizing I don't want to do anything until I have everything. If that makes sense? You know what I mean? I don't want to switch to basic steam turbines unless I have 63 of them. To make your life easier, you want to focus on getting a wire mill and bender first. Once you suffer through making all the machine components, after that, the polarizer, assembler, lathe, blah 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 blah. Oh my goodness. Things are starting to pick up. You're gonna like it. Well, just look at it. You're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this 2, hate this 3, 5, 6. I don't even know where 4 is because there's just too many things to hate. And actually, I think I could probably end on we can upgrade these? Steam to LV. I think maybe let's just open them. Okay. Now, let's open these bad boys. Let's see what we get. The most useful is this. I'd like to keep that. These things can hold liquids, 8 buckets per thing. I think I'm gonna leave it here. I think next time we're gonna need to grind a lot of these things. Let's just take a quick look. Like just to even see the steam turbine, right? We're gonna need a lot of the electronic circuits, motors, tin, a lot of rubber. Rubber is gonna be one of the most important things I'm gonna need to grind. Rubber for the cable, motor needs rubber. Steel, yeah, I mean a lot of steel, obviously, that makes a lot of sense. So generally it's just a lot of steel, a lot of other copper, iron, tin, red alloy, and obviously rubber. I don't know if I said that. So yeah, we're gonna have to grind a lot. Tetrahedrite copper, yeah, we're gonna need to do a lot of stuff. And I think next we can utilize this side. Well, we have 3 more available sides that we can utilize. I'm just gonna place everything in this base for now, but yeah, anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. This was a long grinding day, although it didn't seem like it. Okay, see ya. And that was the last day for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I appreciate it a lot. These GTNH videos take a long time for me to make, and as I progress in GTNH and experiment with my editing format, they're probably gonna take even longer to make. So if you did like the video, you could try pressing that button, the one that does exactly that, because that's why it exists. I would, without any bias. Not because this took over a month to make and during all that time I started attributing the editing with my self-consciousness or anything. No, I would just like it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye! Oops. Alright, now part 1. Alright. What the fuck am I writing? Alright, now that part 1 of Insanity is done, I try to do I'm clicking my fingers. God. It's basically just like 9 furnaces. Every 13 seconds. But now I actually finish pretty much every crest. But now I actually finish pretty much, god damn it, some reason simply lighting up the portal. And I decided to fix the moment. What? To fix them? Oh shit, I'm not even. The fuck? Yeah, we're still good. Recorded. Please. Be recorded. Please. All the Tinker's construct books to find if. What? Bro, immediately coughs. Dude, I fucking love when DaVinci just makes it seem that I'm recording a voiceover, shows me that it's recording, then I stop recording, and then the fucking clip disappears. What the is it recording right now?